where's all your help? Well, they're out making money. It's Monday. So you know me, I'm back to doing this shit by myself. I could have had them this morning, but wasn't ready. Anyway, that flopped over perfect. Now whether that was legal to lift it by the crank, I don't know. I don't care. Don't think the crank's any good anyway. So, you know, they show a puller to pull these main caps off. They must be on there tight. So we're just going to find out. Maybe we'll just undo all the bolts and start lifting on it. You think that'll work? You think? Huh? I don't know. I don't know. Is this going to do it? I kind of doubt it. What do you think? Holy smokes, it's going to do it. I'm gonna teach you about it if you come in here with that.
What's that?
I said when I get this shop all cleaned out, I'm gonna forbid you from driving that bike in.
It doesn't have any mud on it.
Yeah, you leave tracks.
No.
What do you know, little feller?
Come here, let me get off.
Hal, Richard off the bench there. I'm trying to see if these have numbers on them, but I can't. They're so covered in grease. I can't tell, man. You know? I can't tell.
Bearings?
Somewhere. I don't see a number anywhere.
The only other thing I can see it's different almost is that little stamp thing they've got on the side of it. They're kind of different.
Kind of different? You might have to call Dave and ask him what the hell.
Didn't somebody stamp, or it looks like they got a tap in the top on that square machine surface? Is there a...
Yeah, but well, that's just a casting defect.
No.
I'm looking. This one. Wait a minute. This says 5, right in the very top.
There you go, Jeff.
But this one has nothing. 6. Oh, there's a number. I found a number.
So they are numbered?
On the top.
In that machine spot, right?
Well, it's not machined on this one. It's just rough cast.
Okay, rough cast. Sorry, I blew up.
That one's machined, and that one, but this one never got any machine on it. This got
There's
a number?
something there, but I don't have my glasses on. I can't see what it is.
1. Yeah? What are they? Can you say bedrock? Can you say bedrock? That's a Fred Flintstone roller. Yabba dabba doo! Do you ever watch Fred Flintstone? I think somebody wants these toys. I think I'm going to give them to you, Weston. What do you think? You want to take them home? Yeah, huh? Alright, so let's have a closer look at this crank. So this is number 3 main bearing here, and those grooves are pretty deep in it. I don't think there's any way that's fixable. And this is number 3 rod bearing. And I don't think that's fixable. I think this is basically a mailbox stand or a monument. A monument to stupidity. So that's number 3 main, number 4 rod, number 3 rod, right? 1, 2, 3, yes. And then here's another main. It's pretty messed up. That bearing was loose. This is number 4. That one actually is probably grindable. This is 5. It's got some pretty good grooves in it. So this was all caused by antifreeze. It was ingesting antifreeze, something terrible, through the aftercooler. I know I've showed you this before on the intake ports. So this is what's in the intake port. So to me, that looks like turbo oil, possibly a lot of dirt and antifreeze, and that's basically what destroyed it. Just a little bit of oil sampling would have saved that motor. But then I wouldn't own it, would I? So it's just, I mean, you just look at the bearings, they're all like that. They're all just coming apart. Antifreeze is not a good lubricant. Which I still don't understand why the oil sample said water. Yeah, antifreeze is 50% water, but usually the water boils away and you come up with an antifreeze reading. I mean, and everything else that I've ever had that it was getting antifreeze in it, that's what they said on the oil sample. Hey, you got glycol. You got a problem, you need to fix it. So I think they were doing a pretty good job on the coolant. The liners actually look pretty good. I mean, there's not a huge amount of rust on them. That one has a lot of rust. I don't know why. That could have been from steam cleaning it before I brought it in. Got water in there on that liner. But the rest of them, pretty clean. Absolutely no pitting on them. So they were doing a good job with the cooling system as far as antifreeze goes, but everything else, not so much. And then you can just see the destruction of the bearings. And then, see, this is what concerns me about the bore, the line bore, is these bearings were literally getting ready to spin on the mains. A couple of them were. That one, and I think it was, might have been this one's loose. Because when I took the cap off, the bearing was stuck to the crankshaft. And usually you can see how sloppy this is in there, the fit. It's just, it's wore it pretty bad. Now that's hard steel. What, you know, I'll just have to say you got to check the line bore. Maybe I'll just put all the caps on and run my mic inside there, my bore gauge, and see what they measure. See if they're out around, but still, it'd probably be a really good idea to line hone it. So, I got a lot of cleanup to do in here. Still got stuff I need to take out and steam clean. Clean up some of it. And then when that goes to the machine shop, I've got weeks worth of disassembly, cleanup, and then figure out how in the crap I'm going to do all this. How am I going to stage this? Because I go through these components, they can't just lay on a pallet uncovered. So probably more than likely what's going to happen is I'm probably going to need 2 more rods. I'm sure I'm going to need a couple of rods because the bearings were turning in here and I'm sure it ruined them. So You know, I guess I could get the rods to a machine shop, have them do the wrist pin bushings, check them for cracks, see if they're stretched beyond use. I've seen that before. Those things will literally stretch and grow, and you can't resize them. I don't know if anybody resizes them anymore or even how they do it. I think just find some good used ones. I doubt you're going to get new ones. So, I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but block gets done, comes back. I get a crank and bearings in it. I get cam bearings, water pump shaft bearings, all that stuff in it. And then start on heads, going through those and get them on. And then start adding, just building accessories as we go, one at a time, and putting them back on. It's going to be a long process. I'm just one guy. So this is daunting, very daunting. But I'll win. You watch. I'm a bird dog. So I got the block out here, and I sprayed it with that soap again a couple times. It's been sitting for about an hour. I was gonna bust out the steam cleaner and see if I could get it cleaned off. She's a dirty girl. Dirty girl. Anyway, so I guess time to get out the steam cleaner.
And remember, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.